Imagine it's the 16th century and you're eating dinner with your family. Wow, Mummy, this is so good. Pray tell, what is the ingredient? Well, little one, you already said it. That's right, you just ate ground up mummy, also known as mummy powder. So in today's video, we're just going to be exploring the strange history of medicinal cannibalism and all the weird things people used to do with literal dead bodies and mummies. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that human body parts were used throughout history in occult practices, but what if I told you that there is nothing occult about this practice? So indeed there was not. We know from as early as the 1st century Rome that cannibalism was used for real medicinal purposes, like actual medicine. It wasn't some woo-ha witchcraft, is like actual medicine. Just imagine you walk into your local pharmacist and there's an entire shelf and there's a little bottle and it says ground up liver, and then there's a ground up heart and a ground up whatever, and oh, you have a headache? Oh well, okay, have a ground up toe, have a ground up peanut. The Roman writer Pliny the Elder, he actually documented this in something titled the Natural History Encyclopedia, and I think it's one of his like last surviving huge works as well. For example, he wrote that the people would drink the blood of slain gladiators as a way of curing epilepsy. But it was in 16th century Europe that cannibalism reached really new heights. And it all honestly started with this word mummia. So back when Europeans were translating a lot of the Islamic medical texts, the word mummia was used in reference to this like thick black tar-like substance, and the substance was used to actually coat the mummies. So unfortunately these translators, they were so confused, they thought that the word mummia that was referring to this tar-like substance, they just started associating it entirely with the mummies themselves, like the bodies. So believing the bodies held like these secret mystical powers, they did what I guess any sane person would do and started like grinding them up and eating it. So this actually leads us to one of the most bizarre facts of history. And it's honestly like, every time I think about this situation, it's just like the most mind-blowing thing to me. I guess I'm not like a 16th century peasant, so I don't have such advanced brain comprehension skills. It's the part where we talk about the underground mummy market. These people were obsessed. They were literally grinding up their mummies, and I don't even know what they were, seasoning their food or freaking snorting it, but whatever it was, they thought it would cure their internal bleeding, or I guess whatever mental illness they clearly had. So they kept using it to the point where economics will show us that there wasn't that much supply to meet the demand. So this created a black market for literal mummies. I'm talking, there were tomb raiders, like literal tomb raiders, going into these pyramids and digging up these mummies to steal them and sell them. There are people that were forging mummies. Can you imagine trying to forge a mummy? They were taking executed prisoners, slaves, basically any lower class person, and drying their little bodies out and then wrapping them up and saying, haha, I got a mummy for you. Buy my mummy. Can you imagine just the absolute disappointment these wealthy nobles must have had trying to buy an authentic Egyptian mummy to nibble on and just get scammed, just get absolutely scammed out of your mummy?
So 3, 2, 1, and scammer get scammed, buddy.
But of course, the passage of time and scientific improvements resulted in practice slowly disappearing. Doctors, they began to realize that the mummy powder and the ground up livers, or whatever it was they were eating, it didn't have any medicinal power that they thought it did, or any spiritual power either. So of course, these black markets collapsed and everybody went on their merry way to the next weird thing of history. And in the end, if I'm gonna give my honest opinion, I honestly understand it. Like, I really do. They essentially thought that by consuming this human, they would consume whatever life force was still within it. Like, logically that sound, like, I think I can connect the dots. I think I can, like that Iron Man scene, you know what I'm talking about? The thing that I can't wrap my brain around, the thing that is not clicking though, is that these people were some of the most wealthy, the most educated, the nobles of society. And they literally lived through the Black Death, okay? They literally lived through the Black Death. They had death and disease and sickness in front of them, like 24/7. It was like an hourly occurrence. Timmy just died. Oh, there goes Mary. Like, it was so frequent that it was constantly on their mind, constantly in the back of their head. It was a big fear of theirs. And they were still like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and eat this dead thing. Thank you so much if you're still here, and if you're not, I don't really care. But drop down in the comments if you would try mummy powder. They might still sell on eBay, I don't know. You might get scammed, oh well. So also like and comment again, and then like again, and then maybe subscribe, because I am a small channel with a big dream.